Now, what should the portfolios look like? Now, what should the mindset be? Before the portfolio, what should the mindset be?
So like this is one of my favorite things to talk about.
Hmm.
And funnily, I am a person who doesn't have a design portfolio, but I talk about like, see, I have designs. It's just that all my
Right.
projects are under NDA, so I can't reveal it to public.
Right.
Right? That's the industry fact, you know. And people like whatever work you see, like in outside, it will be just my experiments or some of the old college projects like that. On my
Right.
Instagram, I'll be randomly doing like this graphic work
Right.
or something, right? But like for me, like when I look at things, right,
Hmm.
a portfolio is like a film trailer for me.
Hmm.
It has to be
Interesting.
short, it
Hmm.
has to be interesting enough for me to go buy a ticket and watch the movie. Which in our context is it has to be interesting enough for the HR or the manager to pick up the phone and call you up for the interview.
Hmm.
See, uh, this is just my perspective. This is I
Yeah.
don't
Yeah. Yeah.
know others. This is what I think, right? Your portfolio is just an entry ticket to the interview.
Yeah.
That's till their portfolio will come in. And the whole reason like people use portfolio is because, well, no one has so much time,
Hmm.
right? If you actually look at like this is what I tell people who ask me how to apply for jobs, right?
Hmm.
I tell them you need to understand when you apply as a designer, it might go to a HR, and that HR will forward your portfolio or profile to the manager. The manager would be someone senior working on multiple projects, multiple execution day in, day out. Now, if they want to spend some time on your portfolio, they will start looking at it, they will glance over it. They will
Yeah.
never jump into depth unless and until something catches their eye,
Yeah.
right? If they know, oh, this is a standard templatized, like, okay, same thing I have seen, I know what will be the output, they will skip unless and
Right.
until, okay, your design quality or the way you are telling story is different.
Right.
See, the whole portfolio thing slightly, I would say it's still broken. Like, you know, we can't judge a person just on their current work, but then we also have to understand at a large scale things don't work very like, you know, how we want. So there
Hmm.
has to be a process, there has to be some automated system, and portfolios help
Right.
companies to identify at what level you are,
Hmm.
right? So if you have potential, okay, you know, we look at, okay, someone is very good, they can just come in and start working, awesome, approve them. We look at a portfolio, we see that there's a potential. Portfolio is okay, but there's a potential that they can do better,
Hmm.
right? So let's call them for interview, let's have a conversation. And then we look at the portfolio and we say they don't even know what they are doing,
Yeah.
right? These are the categories we look at, and
I've seen
that's
that.
standard.
Yeah. That's true.
Right? I some like I had checked one of the portfolios, and you know they had created a solution, and I had just asked them a solution that, no, in why did you come up with this solution? They are like, you know what, I like listening to music, I like doing this, and I'm like, yeah, but you need to
Yeah.
understand, is it applicable in your context? Is that
Yeah.
something which is going to bring customers to your product,
Hmm.
right? And is that even like from an accessibility point of view, is it going to work?
Right.
Because see, when I review a portfolio, I don't review it as a, you know, okay, some student. No, I'm looking at a potential idea that will come into market,
Yeah.
because that's what we are working on. That's what our livelihood is. We are developing products that people are going to use day in, day out.
Hmm.
We are developing products which is going to help a business grow, earn money, pay their salaries,
Right.
right? So when we look at portfolios, we also have to have that lens,
Hmm.
right? If we see potential, yes, let's take them in. And
Hmm.
why I say it has to be, you know, like a trailer, because you can, the film might be like bad, you know, sometimes, but the trailer is interesting, you'll go and buy,
Yeah.
right? Your interview might go bad, but
Yeah.
at least your portfolio got that call.
True.
And that is very important, just
True.
getting that step in. So how do you approach this is very like,
Yeah.
I have seen people asking me, okay, how do I apply for a job? And I don't know if you remember, like in our earlier days, nowadays people just apply online. They apply from LinkedIn, send in an email.
Yeah.
We used to go to studios with our resume,
Oh, yes.
physical,
Yes.
and say that, hey, walk-in interviews.
I've
See,
done that. Yeah.
engineering and all those still happen. Design,
Yeah.
I see a lot of. And I tell people, see, if you are, let's say you are living in a city like Bangalore, Bangalore is the hub for design agencies.
Yeah. Lot of
Startups design
agencies.
agency.
Lot of
If
agencies.
you are so desperate for a job, why don't you just walk up to a design agency and say, can I have a tour of your company and talk to one of your design managers? I would like to apply for a job and I want to see how things work.
Absolutely.
Because if you do that, you skip the email line,
Yeah.
you go face to face,
Yeah.
you create an experience for the
Yeah.
company as well.
Yeah.
Right. And that's people have to understand. Like, how do you do
Exactly.
this?
Exactly. That's very well put. And I remember doing that myself for an internship. I did that. I did that in Italy. So after my master's, I just walked into this design studio. I had contacted, but I requested for a visit
Yeah.
because I thought I had to be there in person.
Yes.
I had to be there in person. I did not ask for an internship. I said, like to visit. Is it feasible? Please let me know when I can visit. And then, yeah, it had a very positive impression. So definitely, I think uh, that's a smart way. One can skip at least one step in the whole
Yeah.
process. Yeah.
Yeah. You put your face upfront,
Yeah.
they are obliged to reply to you.
True.
See, you can go in, you can talk about, hey, I don't need more than 15 minutes of your time. If you're, design head, not even design head, some senior person can show me around, or you, HR, can show me around, because I just want to understand how industry works.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And people are nice. The design community is nice, right? We are all connected. We like to be together and we will never say no. I know a lot of people, if they are applying to Divami, they ping me and my colleagues on LinkedIn just to understand. They take that step to, make an effort that, okay, let me talk to the people.
Right.
And very important thing sometimes people miss out on is you need to know which company you are applying on and what that company does. Just because it has an opening, you applied, and then in an interview you go and don't know what that company does.
That's the biggest blunder, man.
Right? Like, see,
Yeah.
at Divami, we work with a lot of SaaS and enterprise. We don't work on B2C, like not at core. Like that's not, we can work based on clients, but very picky about it.
Right.
Right. But with, SaaS and enterprise, someone sends a portfolio of only mobile apps, which are like alarm app, like ticket booking app. I'm like, how do you expect me to, make a sense or at least gauge your potential based on this to my company role?
Yeah.
Right, where we are working on like data wrangling, fintech products, insurance, and AI enabled, AI ML technologies.
Right.
How do I understand that at least you have a spark to work with it, with these projects which are targeted to a completely different market?
Yeah.
So it's very crucial to understand, like, who the company is, what kind of clients they serve.
Yeah.
Right. See, if I like some company, I go to their LinkedIn, I check out who the CEO is, who the CTO is,
Yeah.
where have they studied, where
Yeah.
have they worked, because that tells me a lot about, how their thought process is, what
Yeah.
can appeal to them.
Yeah.
Like, see, I come from Mumbai, right? Bollywood, right? When we were talking about films,
Yeah.
the way films are made in Bollywood is much different than way films are made in South. A Bollywood film necessarily won't succeed in South because the audience expectation is different.
Yeah.
Same with the company.
Right.
You need to go for a company which you think will match you,
Yeah.
or if you are going out of the way, you need to give a proper reason to them that, hey, you know what, I've been in this industry and I've been following your company for a while, and I feel that I can be a good fit.
Right.
Because end of the day, all doesn't matter, companies or anyone, everyone is looking for value.
Yeah.
What value are you adding?
Absolutely.
When clients come and hire a agency, they are looking for what this agency can add value to my needs.
Hmm.
Right? Same thing a company is looking in an employee.
True. That's true. And this is where, it makes sense when initially we discussed about what do you want to do? What is the company? What are the kind of companies? What is the domain that you want to work in?
Yeah.
I think this solves this whole thing. We have now completed the circle here because it now
Yeah.
makes sense, right?